this one is going to make you think very, very carefully about where you get your news from. Because AfriForum CEO, Kali Kriel, the guy everybody hates, just dropped a bomb on South African media. And I think it deserves a lot more attention than it's been getting. In fact, it's been getting zero attention. The only person who's been giving it attention is thee. Here's what Kriel revealed publicly this week. News 24's parent company, Media 24, which is part of the Naspers group, so the parent company, made an 8 million rand donation to the ANC. And when Kriel reached out to News 24 editor Adrian Basson to ask about it, this is Kali Kriel, AfriForum CEO, not Peter Kriel, the puppet douchebag who the ANC and EFF have their arms up his ass, not that one, the good Kriel, Kali Kriel. So when he wanted to know why the company stopped publishing its financial statements in 2021 and why there was this mysterious 8 million rand donation to the ANC, which, by the way, he brought up again this week, that he started investigating months ago, Adrian Basson informed him that they would not be answering those questions. Full stop. That's it. No explanation, no context. Just no. Now, I need you to sit with that for a second. Because News 24 is, or presents itself as, South Africa's preeminent digital news platform. They call themselves that. It's the publication that has led coverage of state capture, corruption, the Phala Phala scandal, the Zondo Commission, political assassinations, you name it, News 24 covers it, especially when it comes to South Africa. They position themselves as these watchdogs, right? The accountability journalism standard. They are one of the best crime documentary makers in South Africa. The platform that asks the hard questions of powerful people and refuses to let them hide behind silence. That's who they claim to be. But when they are asked about their own parent company mysteriously donating 8 million rand to a political party, specifically the ruling political party, the editor tells the person asking to get lost. Think about how that looks. Imagine a journalist from News 24 sitting in front of a minister and asking, your department, sir, gave 8 million rand to a party linked to procurement decisions that benefit your department. Can you explain that? And then the minister says, no comment. We will not be answering those questions. Thank you very much. Next question, please. That minister would be demolished in the resulting article and the next coming social media posts. The refusal to answer would itself be the headline. Tell me if I'm telling lies. Minister refuses to answer questions about 8 million rand. That's the kind of headline News 24 has run dozens of times about politicians. And now it's their own story. And the answer is the same one they've bulldozed politicians for. The 8 million rand donation question is serious enough on its own. Political donations from media companies to the ruling party create a potential conflict of interest that any news organization would be eager to explain and contextualize publicly because they have to. Their reputation is at stake. Why on earth is one of the biggest news companies in the country making money donations to the ruling political party in the country? And the fact that they stopped publishing their financial statements in 2021 and have apparently not resumed them makes this donation question even more pressing. Because if there's nothing to hide, then why stop the financial transparency that allows the public to see what a media company is actually doing with its money? By the way, this isn't just an AfriForum grievance. Let me put this in broader context because I always do. Media 24 has faced significant financial pressure in recent years with retrenchments, restructuring, and declining print revenues. How do I know? Well, if you also do some reading, you'll see that they've been asking subscribers and the public to fund their journalism. The "you've invested in the future" language you can see in the screenshot and the support trusted journalism pictures you can see in their screenshots and so forth. They've been asking ordinary South Africans to pay for their subscriptions to sustain independent journalism, while the parent company Naspers apparently donated 8 million rand out of nowhere. It just appeared, even though they're running out of money, to the ANC, and then refused to discuss it when asked about it. The correction embedded in Kali Creel's post is also worth noting. News 24 had to issue a correction and apology to AfriForum after previously publishing the term white genocide in relation to AfriForum, in a way that AfriForum says they've never called farm murders, which is true. Do tell me one time AfriForum said there was a white genocide. It's okay, I'll wait. It's okay. Thank you. News 24 apologized, which means a media organization that claims to be a gold standard of accuracy was factually making factual errors in articles about the very organization now asking it hard questions about its finances. Now, I want to be fair here because fairness matters and I'm always fair. Do I have the full details of why the 8 million rand donation was made? No. Whether it was a legitimate advertising or commercial arrangement rather than a political donation, we don't know. Do we know whether there is a more complicated story behind the financial statements pause, or whether there are legal or regulatory reasons for the changes in disclosure? No, we don't know. These are exactly the kind of details that Adrian Basson and News 24 should be explaining to us. How can we know if they don't tell us? But why are they quiet about it? And the fact that they're choosing silence instead of explanation, like every time you ask the ANC about Trump, that's just what makes the story linger. The reason why Trump's beef with South Africa keeps lingering is because the ANC is not saying anything. The reason why News 24's mysterious donation to the ANC through their parent company Naspers keeps lingering is because they're not saying anything. If there is a good explanation, give it. If the cap fits, wear it. If the boerewors tastes good, eat it. If the donation was completely legitimate and above board, say so, explain the context, and let the public judge instead of making everybody start conspiracy theories. The refusal to engage does not protect News 24. It just makes the story bigger. It's making them look even worse. This is terrible business. This is a bad business decision. It's making more people have less trust in this massive media giant. Every media organization in this country that has ever run Minister refuses to answer questions as a standalone story knows exactly what that refusal communicates to their main audience. This is a story South African media should be interrogating themselves about, but they're not for obvious reasons. Whether they will is a different question entirely.